Hi everyone, how are you all doing? So you've all been requesting vegetarian dishes and that you want me to do more vegetarian dishes. So I am sharing Bhindi Alu with you today. My mum is over there. She's making her version. She doesn't eat onions, so she's making hers with cabbage. And I'm making her version but with onions. So for Bhindi Alu, what you need first is to boil some water. So just bringing that water to the boil, and that is for my potatoes. So let's go ahead and do all the prep first. So now we need to boil potatoes. What I usually do is 2 raw potatoes, I cut them beforehand. So you can just boil them whole if you like, but it's probably easier to get them into cubes beforehand. So let's go ahead and just get those into cubes. So about 2 centimeter cubes is a good size. A little bit bigger is fine as well. So just keep them, try and keep them all the same kind of size. And then just gonna get those straight into, that can just stay as well actually, 2 even. Yeah, about 2 centimeters is fine. And then the reason we parboil these first is just until they're half cooked, is because then when you put the bhindi in and the potatoes are half cooked, you can kind of cook the bhindi and potatoes at the same time. Later on it becomes easier. So potatoes are going to be going into my water, and whilst they are boiling, just put the heat a little bit higher on that. So we're just boiling the potatoes until they're half cooked, okay? In the meanwhile, let's do our prep. So here we have 1 onion cut into half. So what I want to do is finely chop 1 half, and that is for your tadka to begin with. And then the other half we'll keep a little bit bigger into like big dices. My mum's a little bit ahead of me. Mum, what step are you on?
Just putting the
Oh, okay. Yeah, mum's, well, actually way ahead of me. She started before me. So these ones are finely chopped. Yeah, my mum doesn't eat onions, so she does her tadka with cabbage. So, and it works really, really well actually. She does it with all her sabjis. So actually, let's get that finely chopped onion in here. So this half is for the tadka, like I said. And then this one, we just want it in 1, 2, 3, and then just going to, oopsie daisy, just going to, so that is, I call these are called paisan pieces, so quite big. These go in later on, so let's leave that here. I also need to chop a green chilli, so finely chop a green chilli, just whilst we're waiting for our potato to boil, get all of our prep out the way. So here we go, right, that is done. Then we need tomato. And what we need to do with this tomato is, this is a tomato that's going to go in later on as well. So we're just keeping it, we're chopping it but not too fine, so a little bit chunky. And that goes in with the big onion. So onion and tomato go in at different stages, but I'll share all of that with you. So let's get our tomato into here. Leave our onion there. And then also, let's just get our coriander, which I've washed. Let's just get that finely chopped as well. My potato is boiling away, which is great. What I have done is already, actually I lie, I didn't. Mum kindly chopped the bhindi up for me. Now you can leave your bhindi whole if you like, and just chop off the head and the tail. But I really like it the way my mum makes it. I think the texture is just perfect. Okay, so my coriander is chopped as well. So my prep is done. So long as you have all the prep done, most of your work is easy after that. So that's the bhindi. That's how mum's chopped the fresh bhindi. What we are going to be doing, just once this potato is boiled, is going to be pan frying these bhindis so that you get rid of all the sliminess and that stage, and then we start the cooking. So let's just give these potatoes, oh, not that long actually, another minute or so. Right, so my potatoes are half boiled like that, and we are going to finish them with the bhindi. So just leave those to one side. Slightly, if you think, or if you're worried about, oh my god, they're going to get overdone, slightly underdo them, and then you can finish them, because what you don't want is the potatoes to go mushy later on. Okay, so let's switch the heat on here. And now we're going to pan fry our bhindi. What we need is some vegetable oil. Goes into the pan, like so. And now we need our bhindi. Just wait for the oil to heat. So you can cook your bhindi just all together. You don't have to do this, but my mom has given a key tip and said if you do this, then you don't have to worry about overcoming the sliminess stage later, so just get it out the way now. So fresh bhindi's oil is heated, bhindi's going in. Okay, and now just going to cook the bhindis for about 3 to 4 minutes, and they will start to go slimy, and when you come to that stage, just keep giving them a mix now and again. These shouldn't take long at all. This is on a medium heat. Okay, so 3-4 minutes later, I have lovely cooked bhindi, no sliminess. So the slimy stage is gone. I'm just going to take those out and leave them to one side, and whilst my pan is still nice and hot, I'm going to get a little bit more oil into there. My dad's not singing today, so I have to put the music on myself. Okay, so oil is already heated, and my finely chopped half an onion goes in at this stage. So I'm only making a small portion of bhindi. Of course, you can double the recipe. You can find all my recipes underneath my videos, as you know. Right, onions have gone in, and now I'm just waiting for my onions to golden brown. So this is going to take about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay guys, my onions are nice and golden as I want them. Now I'm going to add some green chilli, the one we finely chopped. I'm also going to add some pureed tomato. So you can use fresh tomato or you can use tin, and just puree it in a small blender like this and add that as well. And you might want to just lower the heat a little bit at this stage. Give that a mix. So this is not a dish, as you know, bhindi is not a dish with lots of sauce. It's a dry dish, and perfect actually with a chapatti. Right, I need to get my spices in at this stage. So let's go ahead and add some turmeric for color. We're going to add some red chili. Green and red chili combined, perfect. And then also some salt at this stage as well. I'm not adding too much, these are little spoons, as you know by now. Okay, so just giving this a mix. I'm going to cook my masala now for about 3 minutes. Righty, 3 minutes later, my tomato, onion and chili is cooking well. I'm also going to go in with my ginger garlic and just give that another minute or so. So my masala is lovely and cooked just as I want it. Now, from here, it's even easier. So we go in with our pan-fried bhindi. We go in with our potato, which is parboiled or half cooked, I should say. And we also go in at this stage with our paisan, or our chunky chopped onion in there. We go in with our tomato dices. So remember, we did onions 2 ways, fine chopped and big or chunky chopped, and we did pureed tomato and chopped tomato like this. And these ones go in later, like they just have. So the onions and tomatoes that are chunky go in later with the bhindi and the aloo. And now I want to add my water at this stage. Put it onto a low heat and give that a mix. Looks good, looks nice and vibrant, look guys. And steam cook for about 4 minutes, checking mixing every minute or so. So I have almost cooked perfectly bhindi. Just needs a few more minutes and then it's going to be perfect, or even more perfect and ready. Okay, we don't need the lid anymore. I'm going to get in my final touches. Before I do that, let me just show you. So this actually took about 6 minutes, and I also put the heat a little bit higher because I had it on too low. But this is cooked really well. And now, just to show you all, I want to do my karchi test. So I get one potato and I cut through it like that. And if it cuts through easily with your karchi, without kind of putting too much pressure on, that means your potato is cooked. Karchi test. Okay, and now amchoor. So raw mango powder. Amchoor, secret ingredient in this one to give a nice sour, tangy taste to our bhindi. I also want to go in with the fresh chopped coriander. I love coriander, so I'm going to be a bit lenient with that. I'm also going to add my finishing touch, which is my garam masala. So 1 teaspoon of garam masala in there. So just like 2 of my baby spoons. Right, give this a mix. Literally, oh my gosh, this looks so nice. Literally, that's how quick, simple and easy it is to make bhindi. Or should I say my magic bhindi mum's recipe. That is pretty much done. I'm just going to give this another few seconds. And I really don't like that. I think I'll get it from my mum who's over there. She's been doing this as well. So my banging of the karchi has become like my signature move. I know you all like it and you miss it when I don't do it. So it also wakes you up when you're listening to me speaking in my videos and watching. Guys, this bhindi is, one more thing left for me to do. That is perfect with a buttered chapatti. Look at that, look at that. Okay, that is actually perfect with a buttered chapatti. Even a naan, to be honest. I mean, just yum. You know what it needs? It needs a little bit more salt, just a tiny weeny bit more salt. That's it. So my mum's made her version of bhindi there with her cabbage. I've made my version with onion. Well, I've made my version, but it's actually her version, but my way with the onion and the amchoor. So now I'm gonna go and taste mum's one and do a comparison. Guys, I hope you've all enjoyed that. I'm gonna switch the heat off here. That is perfect and that is ready. I'm ready to plate up. And remember, bhindi is supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be a dry item. It's not a curry item. It's supposed to be nice and dry with a dry masala. Not oily or buttery. That's not the way bhindi is supposed to be. And this is perfect. Actually, perfect vegan curry too. So there you go. My Bhindi Alu is ready and look how yummy that looks. I hope you've enjoyed it. In the meanwhile, stay safe and stay happy. I'll see you soon. Bye.